Hi, this is Owen Abbas Hussain from Behind the Gloves, and I'm here with St. George Groves. George, we just finished a press conference for your fight with Martin Murray as the chief support to Joshua Brazil. He spoke about your weight. Do you think that was just mind games coming into play?
I think he's hoping that I'm struggling to make the weight, and because of that, he's going to have an advantage on the night. The truth of the matter is, I've been making super middleweight my whole career. I have no problem making it. It's not easy, but no elite athlete who has to make a weight makes the weight easy. If they do, then usually they're fighting the wrong way. We've prepared correctly. We've ticked all the boxes. We're good to go.
There was the sparring session with Golovkin, so the story came out. But is that sort of stuff irrelevant? Should that sort of stuff not come out? Because there's a lot of sparring stories, that have happened but never come out in the public.
Yeah, I mean, sparring. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? You have good days and bad days, and I don't take sparring that seriously. I don't take sparring like I've got to win the spar, I've got to win the rounds. That sparring with Golovkin, we was on holiday in Big Bear, really. Do you know what I mean? We went out there, we was taking in the scenery, we was eating out, and because there is a world-class training facility on hand with some world-class fighters and athletes in it, we went down and we done some sparring. It was my first bit of sparring for a few months since my loss against Cole Froch, and I don't care how it went, but I actually in turn did alright, you know what I mean? So he's trying to find some sort of safety net or a comfort blanket from me sparring with Golovkin. Again, that was just a little disappointing from mine.
I can remember when you beat De Luis 2 fights ago, you said you wouldn't take this fight on. What sort of changed your mind in taking the Martin Murray fight?
He came down that night and he was trying to slag me off, saying all kinds of rubbish, and basically trying to talk up a fight for himself. I certainly didn't need to be forced into a fight with Martin Murray if something better came along. As it turns out, this fight's been made. His chief support to a pay-per-view show at the O2 Arena. The date fits me. The profile fits me. We're gonna steal the show. It's a big fight, and it's a great fight. It's a fight that everyone's going to tune in and enjoy, and because of that, certainly a fight worth taking.
Just quick thoughts on 2 opponents you faced before, James Degale and Ggg-Jack. There's talks of them fighting very soon. What's your opinion on that fight, and who do you see you winning that fight as well?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It depends if Ggg-Jack can figure out James Degale. But I think Ggg-Jack's a good fighter. He's an underrated fighter. He's in a successful team. Obviously, he's working out the Mayweather camp. He's got good people around him. He's an intelligent fighter. He gets the job done. He's got a good work rate. He works the whole fight, whereas James Degale don't. James Degale likes to take long pauses throughout rounds, takes a breather. It's interesting. I think if I had to pick, I'd probably go with Ggg-Jack, but it wouldn't surprise me if James Degale won.
George, obviously you say that Martin Murray is a quality fighter. You're very confident you're going to be victorious on the night. What challenges does Martin present to you? And are there any challenges that you haven't kind of faced before?
I think he's a very clever boxer. He'll be looking to set traps, but he'll struggle to do that because of the distance. He'll look to sort of fart and fiddle his way through the first half of the fight, hope to make the miss, hope to make the tide, and then hope to build momentum late. I don't know how he's going to be able to close the distance because he can't box at long range with me. He's a mid-range fighter, which most good fighters are good mid-range fighters. Even if they stand close, they still punch at mid-range. He's not going to be able to beat me there. And as I say, if he wants to fight inside and hold and grab and try and use strength, I'm pretty strong myself, and I feel I've got a natural size advantage on him as well. He's good. He's very good, Martin. He's a clever fighter. I think he knows his way around the ring. He's been in with some good guys. He knows how to survive. But we've studied him. We've seen a few weaknesses and a few advantages that can be taken, and we'll go from there.
Obviously, Adam Smith mentioned in the press conference that we don't normally do behind the ropes unless it's a big fight, and obviously this is a big fight. It was a little bit hostile on behind the ropes where Martin mentioned about your stamina and gassing out towards the latter rounds. Again, psychological game from Martin Murray.
Well, you know, he's got to pin some hopes to something. So if he's getting beaten and each round that ebbs past and he's getting close to that finish line, then he's going to need something to rally him on. You know, he's talking about being gritty and got no quit. You know, if he's heavily getting beaten, and it's like, don't worry, son, he's going to get tired. He's going to get tired. But he started well against Arthur Abraham and faded. Do you know what I mean? So he's the one who needs to worry about his stamina issues. You know, I've been 12 rounds half a dozen times. I've boxed James Degale on the back foot for 12 rounds. I got dropped in the first round against Ggg-Jack and got up and fought on for the rest of the fight. Threw 1,000 punches against Christopher Brass and stood in the pocket and fought with him. And that's a tough guy, you know. So I've got no stamina issues. I can now go through the gears and sustain the attacks for the full duration of the fight. Of course, I'm not going to be as fresh in the 12th round as I am in the first, because if I am, then I'm fighting right. But at the same time, I'm a danger for the entire fight, and if I was him, I wouldn't bank on hoping to get me late through stamina issues.
Hey, fight fans! If you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.